Ayatu crouched among the jungle's dense foliage, her sharp black eyes tracking the stranger who moved through the forbidden grounds with uncanny precision. The Argobian, as he'd named himself, was a mystery, his pale, elongated face catching the dappled light filtering through the canopy, his movements deliberate and alien. Chad wielded a handheld device that glowed soft blue, its faint hum echoing as he scanned the crumbling ruins. Ayatu's heart thrummed with curiosity and caution, wondering what secrets he sought in her world's haunted past. She shadowed him silently, her lithe frame blending with the vines, her iron vine bough gripped tightly. But she underestimated Argobian technology. Chad's device pinged, a faint heat signature flickering on its screen. He paused, his wide black eyes sweeping the trees. Ayatu held her breath, certain she was unseen, until their gazes locked. Her pulse spiked. Chad raised a small device, its low hum filling the air. Before Ayatu could react, a pulse of light enveloped her, freezing her limbs as if bound by invisible cords. She stood rigid, her bow useless in her stiffened grasp. Chad approached warily, his scanner tracing her form. The blue light danced over her light blue fur and cascading dark blue hair, his expression shifting from caution to curiosity. "You're Crass," he murmured, his voice soft through his translator. The paralysis faded swiftly, and Ayatu stumbled back, regaining control. Instinctively, she raised her bow, arrow nocked, her eyes blazing with defiance. "Stay back," she warned, her voice steady despite her racing heart. Chad didn't advance. He lowered his device, raising his hands in a gesture of peace. "I mean no harm," he said, his melodic voice filtered through the translator, halting but clear. "I am Chad, from Argob. I study your past." Ayatu's grip tightened, suspicion warring with curiosity. "Why trespass on the forbidden grounds?" she demanded. Chad gestured to the ruins, his eyes softening with a longing she recognized. "To understand who we were. To find truth." His words stirred something in Ayatu, her own pull to these cursed places, her dreams of a lost world. Slowly, she lowered her bow, though her stance remained guarded. "You're not welcome here," she said, but her tone softened. "What truth do you seek?" Their exchange, cautious and halting, sparked an uneasy alliance. Ayatu's insatiable curiosity outweighed her mistrust. She offered to guide Chad through the jungle, sharing her knowledge of its hidden paths. In return, Chad spoke of Krasley's ancient civilization, tales of soaring cities and starbound dreams that felt like myths to her. Each revelation fueled her wonder, binding them in a shared quest for answers. As their trust grew, Chad offered Ayatu a gift beyond her wildest dreams, a glimpse of her world from the stars. He invited her aboard his spacecraft, a sleek vessel of smooth metal that pulsed with quiet energy. Ayatu hesitated, her instincts wary of the unknown, but her curiosity burned brighter. She stepped inside, her breath catching at the sight of glowing blue walls and panels that hummed with life. Chad secured her in a cushioned seat, his movements gentle. "Hold on," he said, a spark of excitement in his voice. The craft lifted, the jungle shrinking to a sea of green below. Ayatu's heart raced as they pierced the clouds, crassly unfolding in a tapestry of jungles, rivers, and distant peaks. Then they breached the atmosphere. The sky darkened, stars igniting like embers in an endless void. Krasley hung before them, its twin suns casting a golden halo over its curves. Ayatu's eyes widened, her voice a whisper. "It's beautiful." Chad glanced at her, his stoic features softening into a faint smile. "It is," he said, his gaze lingering. "And so are you." Ayatu met his eyes, her heart skipping at the warmth in his stare. In that moment, he was no longer alien but a kindred spirit, his wonder echoing her own. The vastness of the stars seemed to shrink, their shared awe drawing them closer. The next day, they met again in the jungle's embrace. Ayatu paused beneath a tree laden with golden fruit, its branches bowing under their weight. She plucked one and offered it to Chad with a playful grin. "Try this." Chad turned the fruit in his pale hands, studying it like a relic. "What is it?" he asked, his voice tinged with uncertainty. "Food," Ayatu said, laughing. "Eat." Chad took a cautious bite, his eyes widening as the fruit's sweet, tangy juice burst across his tongue. "This," he stammered, his composure unraveling. "It's extraordinary." Ayatu's laughter echoed, bright and unrestrained, startling birds from the canopy. "You've been missing out, Chad of Argob." He smiled, savoring the taste. "Argob has nothing like this. Our sustenance is functional." "Functional?" Ayatu tilted her head, intrigued. "What's that mean?" Chad explained that Argobians consumed synthesized liquid nutrients, colorless, tasteless, designed for efficiency. "Chewing became obsolete," he said. "Our teeth shrank, our mouths adapted. Eating is a task, not a joy." Ayata's laughter rang out again. "No fruit. No roasted meat. No wonder you look so grim." Chad's expression turned thoughtful. "Perhaps we are." Ayatu's teasing softened as she handed him another fruit. "Here, try this." Later, she shared roasted meat, seared over a small fire. Chad's reaction was childlike wonder, his eyes bright as he savored the smoky, tender flesh. "It has texture," he said, awestruck. "Flavor. Warmth." Ayatu smirked, watching him relish each bite. "Your moon sounds like a lifeless place," she teased. Chad met her gaze, his features softening. "It's not home. Not like this." His words carried a quiet longing, a confession that resonated with Ayatu's own restless heart. Their meetings grew frequent, each moment weaving a deeper thread between them. Ayatu taught Chad the jungle's secrets, its hidden springs, its fleeting creatures. Chad shared glimpses of Argob's stark beauty and the weight of his people's myths. Their differences. Her vibrant fur, his pale skin, her wild freedom, his disciplined precision, only deepened their fascination. Yet their bond was forbidden. The Kras shunned the forbidden grounds, and Ayatu knew her village would see Chad as a threat. On Argob, Hashem's hatred for the Kras cast a shadow over any connection with their kin. Each stolen moment carried a risk, a truth they both felt but dared not voice. As they sat beneath the twin sun's golden light, sharing laughter and stories, Ayatu's hand brushed Chad's. Neither pulled away. In that fleeting touch, they glimpsed a future where their worlds might heal, but also the danger that could tear them apart.